In this video, we're going to talk about sharks. They're these ancient creatures, often misunderstood, that have been ruling the deep ocean for an incredibly long time. We're going to cover everything from their amazing history to their, believe it or not, family lives. So, let's break it all down. Okay, so let's jump right in with the biggest question people always ask about these guys. It's a super common mix-up, but once you see the breakdown, it all makes perfect sense. So what's the deal? Are they mammals, kind of like a whale, or are they in a class all their own? I mean, this one trips a lot of people up, so let's just settle the debate once and for all. Okay, so here it is, plain and simple, sharks are fish. No doubt about it, and you can see the key differences right here. Sharks have gills, right? So they breathe underwater. Whales, being mammals, have lungs. They've got to come up to the surface for air. And get this, a shark skeleton isn't even made of bone. It's made of this flexible stuff called cartilage. Plus, their babies, or pups, are good to go from day one. No milk from all needed. Okay, so we've established they're fish. Now let's talk about just how long they've been the kings of the ocean and, well, where you can find them today. Their story is just epic. We're talking hundreds of millions of years, spanning every single ocean on the planet. Yeah, just take a look at that number. 400 million years. That is just mind-blowing. These guys are the ultimate survivors. They were swimming in our oceans way before the dinosaurs showed up, even before the first trees started growing on land. They're literally living history. And just to really hammer home how ancient they are, check out this timeline. First sharks? 400 million years ago. Trees didn't even show up for another 100 million years. They came way before the dinosaurs. It's crazy. They've lived through pretty much everything this planet has thrown at them. And how do we know all this? Well, because of incredible finds just like this fossil right here. This gives us a real tangible connection to their prehistoric past. It shows us that their basic body plan has been a massive success for, well, hundreds of millions of years. And today, you can find them literally everywhere. We're talking every single ocean on Earth, from the super warm tropical waters all the way to the freezing cold Arctic. They're in shallow coastal spots, and they're way, way down in the deep sea. Some can even swim into freshwater rivers. How cool is that? So, what's a typical day like for a shark? Let's get a little more personal and look at how long they live, what their family life is like, and if they're really these lonely hunters we imagine them to be. For most sharks, a lifespan of 20 to 30 years is pretty standard. But then, you've got the Greenland shark. This thing is on a whole other level. It can live for up to 400 years. Can you believe that? That makes it the longest living vertebrate on the entire planet. Just wow. Alright, let's talk about shark babies, or pups. They've got a few different ways of doing things, which is pretty fascinating. Some lay these really tough egg cases that people call mermaid's purses. For other sharks, the eggs actually hatch inside the mom before they're born. And then you've got some, like hammerheads, that give birth to live babies, just like mammals do. So what about their social life? Well, you can probably forget everything you've seen in the movies. Sharks are mostly solitary creatures. They don't have leaders or chiefs or anything like that. And from the second a baby pup is born, it is completely on its own, ready to fend for itself from minute one. We always picture sharks at the absolute top of the food chain, right? The apex predator that nothing messes with. But the real story of the ocean's food web, it's way more complicated, and honestly, way more interesting. So what do sharks eat? The short answer is a whole lot. Depending on the species, they're eating fish, seals, sea turtles, squid, you name it. But then you have the gentle giants, like the whale shark, the biggest fish in the sea, and it eats the tiniest stuff imaginable, plankton. But wait a minute, that kind of flips the script, doesn't it? We know what they eat, but does anything eat sharks? You bet. Turns out, the hunter can definitely become the hunted. Yeah, sharks actually have quite a few enemies out there. Orcas or killer whales are smart enough to hunt even great whites. Bigger sharks will absolutely eat smaller sharks. In some places, crocodiles will even go after the young ones. But their biggest threat, by far, is us, humans. But it's not all enemies. They have friends too. And this is a perfect example of some amazing teamwork. See that little fish? That's a remora. It sticks right onto the shark, getting a free ride and some protection. And in return, it cleans the shark's skin, getting rid of nasty parasites. It's a total win-win. Alright, to wrap this up, let's go through a few just mind-blowing facts that really show how unique and perfectly designed sharks are for their underwater world. Okay, first up, get this. Sharks have no bones. Zero. Their entire skeleton is made of cartilage. The same flexible stuff in your ears and nose. This makes them super lightweight and agile in the water. And their teeth. Of course, we have to talk about the teeth. It's like a conveyor belt of sharpness. They have rows and rows of them, so when one falls out, another one from the back just moves right up to take its place. It's incredible. A single shark can go through tens of thousands of teeth in its lifetime. Here's a cool one. Some sharks have a secret superpower. They can literally glow in the dark. It's called bioluminescence, and about 10% of shark species can do it. It helps them hide, find food, and maybe even communicate in the pitch-black deep sea. And last but not least, that legendary sense of smell. It is absolutely as good as they say. A shark can smell a single drop of blood in about 25 gallons of water. And what's even crazier is they can tell which nostril smelled it first, so they know exactly which way to turn. It's like smelling in stereo. So as you can see, sharks are so much more than just predators. They are ancient survivors, and they're absolutely essential for keeping our oceans healthy and balanced, playing their part as both hunter and hunted. And that really leaves us with this one big important question you see right here. Alright, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.